This is cow 57's front left foot before I trim it. This is her beautiful wee face. You're watching the Hoof GP and a cow with an exceptionally sore front left foot. So this cow is incredibly lame on this front foot. It's also completely covered in manure, so we need to get some of that off at least first. It's actually not as deep as I thought it. Oh no, it is. Look at that. Right. So if I sat here and scratched away every cow's foot like this, where would you be here for it is out? So she needs trimmed off anyway. This needs some height removed. We can flatten this off, so I'll just remove all of this muck with the owl in there. It looks sore with the grinder. So I'm going to start by cleaning off this outer claw. I know that that inside claw is in serious need of a block to get it up off the ground, so I might as well flatten this off and clean it off at the same time, but just look at how little I'm actually removing before moving on to the outer claw, where I can actually reduce some height from this. As soon as we do as well, I start to notice where I believe the problem is. All we need to do now is give it a quick little model out here in between the two digits before grabbing the knife and getting on with the job. This is where the problem is going to be. I can actually see a difference in the colour of hoof horn around here. It's slightly grayer. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up because it is such a slight difference. But I believe this will be a hole that looks up to the rest of the foot. Just listen to how hard that is. It's obviously full of gunk as well. Yep. So it's hard, not because our weather here in South West Scotland is good just now, because quite frankly it's definitely not. It's hard because it's a sore foot, so she's deliberately keeping it up off the ground, and that in turn is letting it dry out. Wow. So this is a classic double sole. Me just touching it there obviously is causing her a bit of discomfort. You can see a hole there, but I want to understand how far this double sole goes down before I investigate that hole any further. So tough. Okay, we're gonna remove this chunk here. Bye. If we come up to this part here, we can actually see digital dermatitis in here. That isn't the problem, but it definitely is a problem. It's not the main one though. You just never know how many layers there are going to be to something like this. Oh, I'll try to be really gentle in there, because anytime I go anywhere near that, it's hurting. I think there's a full another layer, you know. If I get my knife in there and just gently work my knife through it. Yeah. And again, I'm going to lift this layer up off the foot. These knives are razor sharp, so you put a huge amount of force into it because it's really dry and needing it, but then you hit a soft part of the foot and calm down, and the knife can just slice forevermore. So you put all that force in and then all of a sudden it goes quickly, and that is how you make easy mistakes. Okay, so this double sole here is going further down. Work the edge of my knife in and pull up and away. Okay, I'm going to get a block on here nice and quickly and on with the trim. Okay, so there's definitely more of this double sole to go. Oh, come on. Oh, it's just full of gunk, look, and if I peel back this part here, this is where the problem truly is. This is a white line defect. I don't think you've ever seen me struggle to cut through a foot quite as much as I am right now. This is actually a brand new knife as well, so it's definitely not It's definitely not blunt. Right, I'm going to reduce the size of this because it's taken too long with the knife, so we'll use the grinder. I simply can't stand the cow being in the crusher for an extended period of time, so I'm grabbing the grinder here to reduce the entire toe triangle of this cow's foot. She doesn't need it anymore because that block is going to take all of the weight. I'm thinning it out as much as I dare, and then I move on to the wall because that is easily the toughest part of this cow's foot. I reduce that as much as I possibly can, and when I'm happy with it, I get back to using the knife. Just like that. Look, we've nearly got it all. Oh. Just keeps moving. And you got a wrap ready, please. This axial part of the wall really needs to come out. Look, as I pull through it, it's pulling away from the sole. You can actually hear it squelching. I don't know if the camera picking that up. Gotta be so careful. You can see that delicate new skin, or hoof horn, actually it's early formed hoof horn. Just if you touch it, look, it just flexes out of the way. This whole area, a bit of a wash. There's actually a big flap of loose hoof horn in there, look. Lovely. Okay, we're doing good, folks. We are just about there. There's actually a bit of a ridge here, which isn't very good, and it's covered in dermatitis behind it, so we'll just pull that away as well. Oh. Easier said than done. If I touch that corium, claret will definitely appear. Like, even the back of my knife is causing a problem. Okay, that's better. Right. Actually, look, there's a bit there, look, that I've missed. That would just have caused a pocket for dirt to get into, which could cause a real problem. Lovely. And just like that, as Kevin finishes wrapping up her foot, we can now see the fruits of our labour. Although she's still clearly going to be really sore. So you don't just get over a problem like that instantly. You can see how sore this is. She doesn't understand that she can use the block just now to stand on. But over the next hour or so, she will understand. And she'll understand that that pain is beginning to subside. Over the next couple of weeks, the hoof horn should regrow, and I would completely expect that to 100% heal.